especially after the U.S. movement with the tax and everything changed and the importer from U.S. and not only U.S. but they started from U.S. but we are seeing that a lot of European countries also take this initiative that they want to have a supply base not totally rely on China. Remember when I worked in Black & Decker, one of the Fortune 500 company, when I was sort of working the sourcing capacity, they were talking about exit strategies for long. Like 20 years ago, they think about that, and today they still work in China. People, I mean, the sourcing team is very strong. They are very professional people, but still, it's not easy. It's not easy for any mature business to totally quit China. So I think China plus one is good. Remember that you cannot be China or one, but it's a China plus one. That is always a good strategy. It's my point of view.
For this year, because you do your own brand and also you also do sourcings and procurement, so you have a lot of people. So for this process, what did you learn from the change between 10 years about made in China? Anything change?
Before, there's another change that I can see very strong motivations that the factory want to come from. They strongly competed in China in the sense that they don't want to enjoy such a small margin with all the hard work. So they want to go do trading by themselves. Also motivated by the Alibaba strategies. Alibaba do a lot of work this year to talk about that you guys have to go out, you guys have to do your own trading. 不出海边出局. This is the legends.
Right. All of the traders, when they come to the factories, they don't care about the volume. So when they exactly pursue the margin, it actually influences the cost of the production, of the manufacturing. Maybe like Russian price there or something. Those made in China came in, but then they couldn't see the quality is that matched from their presentation of their markets. So they will say made in China is a crap, it's like rubbish. Why buy from made in China?
So I think for the people in front of the videos, watching the video, I have a message to you guys. Tsinghua and Xin don't represent China. They don't represent manufacturing of China.
I think this year the biggest topic is about the tariff in the US. So I think everyone is just interested about that because not all the brand owners understand what happened in China and how could we beat the tariffs. And so for this perspective, what do you want to share?
Maybe I can share a little bit perspective from a regular Chinese exporter. There must be some suffer from certain level in the China supply chain. But what I can say is that this tariff 2.0, right? The first one is the first term by President Donald Trump's the first term when it comes, it's like people talk about it as a black swan. They never heard about such an impact. So then this terms, the version 2.0, nobody really talk about this. China exporter is diversifying their market very well.
Right.
Yeah, they're not relying on US market a lot. Yeah, if they have a US market, we still try to work on it. But then at the same time, we try to get a European market, we try to get a roll and balance market, right?
Because previously all the factories they focus on US market, but now they realize that there are some risks and they